Did you know that moose are not just lumbering giants on land? These incredible creatures can actually dive underwater to depths of up to 6 meters. When foraging for food, they submerge themselves, using their long legs to navigate through the water. Every minute, over 500 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube. That's like watching the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy extended edition every single minute. Think about it, in just 1 hour, that's 30,000 hours of content. Imagine being able to move with the grace of a dancer, yet having no limbs. That's the life of a snake. With an astonishing 5,000 to 6,000 muscles, these incredible creatures can control every inch of their bodies. Each muscle works in harmony, allowing them to slither, climb, and even swim with ease. Did you know that coffee can actually speed up plant growth? It's true! The caffeine in coffee acts as a natural fertilizer. When you mix used coffee grounds into your soil, you're not just adding nutrients, you're also improving drainage and aeration. Plants love that. Dragonflies are truly remarkable creatures, and one of their most fascinating features is their 2 sets of wings. Imagine having 4 wings instead of 2. This unique design allows them to perform incredible aerial acrobatics. The image of Vikings with horned helmets is a captivating one, but it's actually a myth. Historical evidence shows that these fierce warriors wore simple, practical helmets made from iron or leather, designed for protection in battle. The horned helmet idea likely originated in the 19th century, fueled by romanticized art and opera. In reality, horns would have been a liability in combat, making it easier for enemies to grab and throw them off balance. Did you know that the average person accidentally eats about 8 spiders in their lifetime? It sounds wild, right? But think about it, while we sleep, our mouths are wide open, and spiders are sneaky little creatures. They crawl around looking for food, and sometimes, they end up in our mouths. Did you know that Coca-Cola was originally green? It's true! When it was first created in the late 19th century, the drink had a distinct greenish hue due to the natural ingredients used, like coca leaves and cola nuts. The color was a result of the caramelization process during production. Over time, as the recipe evolved and the drink became more commercialized, the color shifted to the iconic dark brown we know today. Imagine rolling over 12,000 kilometers on roller skates. That's like skating from one side of the world to the other. This incredible feat was achieved by a determined individual who skated through diverse terrains, from bustling cities to serene countryside. Each day brought new challenges, weather changes, sore muscles, and the need for constant motivation. Did you know that bears can actually lose weight while they hibernate all winter? It sounds wild, but it's true. During hibernation, a bear's metabolism slows down significantly. They enter a state of torpor, where their heart rate drops and they can survive on their fat reserves. This means they're burning calories while they sleep, shedding pounds without lifting a paw. It has never rained in Antarctica. Can you believe that? This vast, icy continent is actually classified as a desert. With an average annual precipitation of just 2 inches, it's drier than the Sahara in some places. In the fascinating world of seahorses, it's the males that take on the incredible role of pregnancy. Yes, you heard that right. Male seahorses have a unique pouch where they carry and nurture their developing young. When a female is ready to mate, she transfers her eggs into the male's pouch, where he fertilizes them. Did you know that sharks have a unique way of dealing with their salty environment? When they're stressed or in distress, they actually cry by releasing salt water through their bodies. This process helps them regulate their internal salt levels and maintain balance in their system. Parrotfish are fascinating creatures, not just for their vibrant colors but for their incredible ability to change gender. In a group, you might find a dominant male, but if he disappears, the largest female can transform into a male. Did you know that koalas have unique fingerprints, just like humans? It's true! These adorable marsupials have such intricate patterns on their fingers that they can be mistaken for human prints at a crime scene. Cows can be friends, and it's fascinating how social they really are. Did you know that cows form strong bonds with each other? They have best friends within their herds, and when separated, they can even show signs of stress. Imagine a world where the sky is a toxic yellow haze, and rain isn't just water, but sulfuric acid. Welcome to Venus, our scorching neighbor in the solar system. With surface temperatures soaring to around 900 degrees Fahrenheit, it's hotter than a pizza oven. Did you know there are more mobile phones in the world than toothbrushes? It's a staggering thought. With over 8 billion mobile phones in use, that's more than the entire global population. Meanwhile, estimates suggest there are only about 3.5 billion toothbrushes. Did you know that fish can actually speak through the sounds of bubbles? It's true! Many species, like catfish and certain types of carp, use a fascinating array of clicks, pops, and grunts to communicate. Did you know that astronauts can actually grow several centimeters while in zero gravity? It's true! In the microgravity environment of space, the spine expands because there's no pressure compressing the vertebrae. Imagine being taller just by floating around. Did you know that the longest map ever drawn by a single person stretches an incredible 20 meters? That's a whole lot of detail. Speaking of detail, when it comes to health, some diseases can be tackled more effectively with the support of friends and family. It's amazing how a strong network can make a difference in recovery. And here's a fascinating tidbit for the science lovers. Geologists use radiometric methods to determine the age of rocks. This technique helps us unlock the secrets of our planet's history. Isn't it incredible how interconnected our world is, from maps to health to the very rocks beneath our feet? Did you know that the largest collection of wine corks ever amassed is a staggering 50,000? That's a lot of bottles popped. Speaking of rituals, many people have unique bedtime routines that help them unwind and prepare for a good night's sleep. It's fascinating how these little habits can make a big difference in our rest. And here's a thought-provoking fact. Over 80% of the world's energy still comes from fossil fuels. It's a reminder of how much we rely on these resources and the importance of exploring sustainable alternatives. Isn't it amazing how interconnected our habits and the world around us are? Did you know that the largest beach volleyball ever recorded measures an impressive 3 meters in diameter? That's about the size of a small car. Now, shifting gears a bit, let's talk about happiness. Research shows that people who act spontaneously tend to be happier. So, next time you're tempted to take a last-minute trip or try something new, go for it. Finally, advances in technology are revolutionizing the way we extract minerals. We can now tap into deposits that were once considered too difficult to reach, opening up new possibilities for resource extraction. Isn't it fascinating how these facts connect sports, psychology, and technology? Did you know that the largest group hug ever recorded involved a staggering 600 people? Just imagine the warmth and joy in that moment. Speaking of energy, staying hydrated can actually boost your vitality. Those who drink enough water often report feeling more energetic throughout the day. And here's a fun fact. Nickel, a metal you might not think about often, plays a crucial role in our everyday lives. It's a key component in making stainless steel and batteries, helping power everything from your kitchen appliances to electric vehicles. Isn't it fascinating how these seemingly random facts are all connected to our daily experiences? Did you know that the largest collection of envelopes in the world boasts over 10,000 items? That's right. It's a fascinating testament to how something as simple as an envelope can capture history and creativity. Speaking of fascinating, reading books has been shown to reduce stress levels by a whopping 68%. Just imagine curling up with a good book and feeling your worries melt away. And here's another intriguing tidbit. Countries rich in oil, like Saudi Arabia and Russia, are often referred to as oil powers. Their vast reserves shape global economies and politics in ways we often overlook. Isn't it amazing how these seemingly unrelated facts all connect to our everyday lives? Did you know that the largest skateboarding hill stands at a staggering 12 meters high? That's like dropping off a 3-story building on a skateboard. Imagine the adrenaline rush. Now, let's shift gears a bit. Over just 5 years, a person's habits and preferences can change dramatically. What you loved in your 20s might not even make the cut in your 30s. It's fascinating how our experiences shape us. And speaking of fascinating, let's talk about titanium. This incredible metal is not only lightweight but also incredibly durable, making it a go-to material in both aviation and medicine. From aircraft frames to surgical implants, titanium is revolutionizing how we think about strength and efficiency. Isn't it amazing how interconnected these elements of science and technology are? Did you know that the longest distance ever traveled in high-heeled boots is a staggering 30 kilometers? That's like walking a marathon, but with a serious fashion statement. Speaking of challenges, let's talk about technology. While it connects us, excessive use can actually hurt our communication skills. Ever noticed how hard it is to have a real conversation when everyone's glued to their screens? Finally, let's consider our planet. If we keep depleting mineral resources, we're not just risking our economy, we're also setting ourselves up for some serious environmental issues. It's a wake-up call for all of us to think about sustainability and balance in our lives. Did you know that the largest number of pharmacists working in a single store is a staggering 50? Imagine the coordination it takes to manage that many professionals in one place. Now, shifting gears to a more serious topic, have you noticed that in many developed countries, the birth rate is actually declining? This trend could have significant implications for our future, affecting everything from the economy to social structures. Lastly, let's talk about something we all rely on, minerals. It's crucial that we monitor their sustainable use to protect our environment. Over-extraction can lead to devastating consequences, so it's our responsibility to ensure we're using these resources wisely. Isn't it fascinating how interconnected these facts are? Did you know that the largest number of chairs ever collected at one time is a staggering 100 chairs? Imagine the sight of that. It's a quirky reminder of how even the most mundane objects can become fascinating when gathered in large numbers. Now, shifting gears to human connections, research shows that people often find others more attractive when they share common interests. It's a powerful insight into how our preferences are shaped by our social interactions. Lastly, let's talk about minerals. They are unevenly distributed across the globe, which means that some regions are rich in resources while others are not. This uneven distribution plays a crucial role in global trade and economics, influencing everything from technology to energy production. Isn't it intriguing how these facts intertwine our daily lives with the world around us? Did you know that the largest number of peas ever collected in just 1 minute is a staggering 200? That's some serious speed. Now, shifting gears a bit, let's talk about human connection. It turns out that the impact we have on each other can actually be measured in happiness days. Imagine counting the days you feel truly happy because of the people around you. Lastly, recycling and reusing materials isn't just good for the planet, it significantly reduces the consumption of precious minerals. So, every time you recycle, you're not just cleaning up, you're making a difference.